All right. So, we've gotten a lot of questions about Doge lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one that came across my desk is this newsbtc.com article,
Okay.
and it's titled "Dogecoin Price Breaks Out of Symmetrical Triangle Pattern. Analyst Puts Target Above $0.37."
Hmm.
So we're gonna sort of unpack this
Yeah.
prediction
Yeah.
and see what kind of tea leaves they're reading here,
Sure.
and what you can take away from this.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Yeah. So the analyst in question is Crypto Sanders 9563,
Okay.
and they're feeling pretty bullish on Doge. So symmetrical triangle pattern. So that's kind of the foundation of this whole prediction, right?
Right.
The article describes it as this period of consolidation, like the price is bouncing around in this narrowing range,
Yeah.
kind of like a coiled spring
Right.
before it,
Right.
well, springs.
Exactly. And you see this pattern actually across all sorts of markets,
Oh, right.
not just crypto.
Interesting.
And it basically just suggests that there's a buildup of energy before the price decides which way it wants to go, up or down.
Yeah.
And in this case, Dogecoin broke
Yeah.
above the upper trend line of that triangle,
Right.
which is generally seen as a bullish signal.
Okay, so the article mentions that breakout happening at about 0.31 cents. But is it kind of risky to just rely on this one pattern?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're right. A symmetrical triangle doesn't guarantee a move in either direction.
Right.
It's more like a signpost,
Okay.
suggesting a potential continuation of the previous trend. So you always need to consider other
gotcha.
factors and indicators to get the full picture.
Gotcha. So, just because it breaks out doesn't mean it's going to the moon.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, well, so let's stick with Crypto Sanders 9563's optimistic outlook for now.
Okay.
They've set a price target above 0.375 thousand.
Wow.
So that's a pretty decent jump.
Yeah.
What's the logic behind that specific number?
Well, according to the article, Dogecoin is currently trading above both its 50-day and 200-day exponential moving averages,
Okay.
the EMAs.
Right, EMAs.
And that's often seen as a sign of strength.
Okay, so EMAs, most, crypto folks are familiar with those.
Okay.
But maybe just break down why they're so important in technical analysis.
Sure. So basically, you've got different types of moving averages. You've got simple moving averages, SMAs.
Yeah.
You've got weighted moving averages, WMAs.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got the EMAs, which we're talking about here.
Oh.
And EMAs give more weight to recent price data,
Okay.
making them more sensitive to price changes.
I see.
And that makes them popular for spotting potential trend shifts,
Yeah.
especially in a fast-moving market like crypto.
Right.
So a lot of traders will use a combination of different moving averages
Uh-huh.
along with other indicators to confirm signals and just get a more well-rounded view.
Interesting. So EMAs, they can add some extra weight to a prediction, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay, but back to that 0.375 target, I'm guessing that's not just a random number the analyst pulled out of a hat?
Definitely not, no.
Yeah.
They identified period 0.3755 as a key resistance level for Dogecoin.
Resistance.
Yeah, remember resistance levels are like those price ceilings where selling pressure
Right.
has historically outweighed buying pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So breaking through a resistance level can often trigger a surge as buyers gain confidence.
Right. It's like that psychological barrier that once broken can unleash a flood of bullish energy.
Exactly.
I like that. Okay, so hitting that resistance could either be a launch pad for Doge or a major roadblock.
That's right.
What did the analysts say about the potential downside if Doge fails to break through?
Well, they pointed to the 0.306 level as a potential support level. So that's kind of like that floor you mentioned,
Right.
where buying pressure might kick in
Yeah.
and prevent further drops.
Okay, so we've got potential upside, potential downside.
Yeah.
What does all this mean for someone who's actually thinking about maybe trading Dogecoin based on this analysis? What would be a good strategy?
Well, the analyst suggested buying at 0.316 nats right after that confirmed breakout
Okay.
and setting a stop loss at 0.306 to limit potential losses. And then, of course, the target is to ride that potential wave up to 0.3755.
That's a pretty precise plan, but I'm a little wary of just taking any single analyst's word as gospel, especially in the crypto market. How much faith would you put in this prediction considering all the other factors we haven't even touched on yet?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, this analysis provides a fascinating glimpse into one possible scenario for Dogecoin's price.
Right.
But it's only one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a puzzle we'll keep putting together right after this. So we've got this, technical roadmap suggesting Doge could be headed towards in 0.375.
Yeah.
But let's kind of like zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture.
Sure.
I mean, we're talking about Dogecoin here.
Right.
A crypto that started as a meme.
Uh-huh.
How much does that like meme coin status actually influence its price?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ignore the social media frenzy
Yeah.
and the celebrity endorsements that often drive Dogecoin's price swings.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always about the underlying tech or utility.
Right.
Sometimes it's just about the buzz.
Yeah, it's like that, fear of missing out effect
Right.
on steroids or something.
Yeah.
But even with all the hype, surely there must be some like fundamental factors we can look at to assess Dogecoin's, long-term potential.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, adoption and real-world utility are key for any cryptocurrency to succeed in the long run.
Yeah.
So how many businesses actually accept Doge as payment?
Right.
What problems does it solve?
Right.
Those are the questions investors should be asking.
So it's not enough for a coin to just be popular.
No.
It needs to prove that it actually has staying power.
Exactly. Think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Bitcoin gained traction as a decentralized digital currency.
Right.
Ethereum smart contracts opened up a whole world of possibilities for decentralized applications.
Right.
What's Dogecoin's unique selling point?
Good point. What about like technological developments? Is the Dogecoin team working on any significant upgrades?
Yeah. Or innovations that could boost its value proposition?
That's where things get a little uncertain.
Okay.
Dogecoin's core technology hasn't seen major updates in recent years,
Oh, wow.
which has raised some concerns in the crypto community.
So while other cryptos are racing ahead with new features and functionalities, Dogecoin is kind of like standing still.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
And in the fast-paced world of crypto, standing still can sometimes feel like moving backwards.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it seems like the lack of innovation could be a red flag for potential investors.
It could be.
Are there any other external factors we should be considering?
Yeah, the regulatory landscape is a big one.
Okay.
Governments worldwide are still trying to figure out how to regulate cryptocurrencies, and that lack of clear guidelines creates a lot of uncertainty for the entire market.
Right, and that uncertainty can lead to volatility,
Exactly.
which can make or break investments.
Right.
So how could potential regulations impact Dogecoin specifically? Well, imagine a scenario where regulators decide to crack down on meme coins or tokens they deem too risky.
Right.
That could have a huge impact on Dogecoin.
Yeah, like a sword hanging over its head.
Exactly.
Okay, so on top of everything else, investors have to factor in this regulatory wild card.
Yeah.
It sounds like predicting Dogecoin's future is a pretty complex equation.
It certainly is. There are so many variables at play.
Yeah.
Technical patterns, social media trends, fundamental factors, regulatory developments.
Yeah.
It's like trying to predict the weather.
And just like with weather forecasting, sometimes the best we can do is just assess the probabilities and be prepared for unexpected storms.
Exactly. But
Right.
that doesn't mean we should just throw our hands up in the air and say it's all just a guessing game.
Right.
There are things investors can do to navigate this uncertainty.
Okay, so for someone listening to this feeling maybe a little overwhelmed by all this information, what's the first step? Where do they even begin?
The most important thing is to do your own research. Go beyond the headlines and the hype.
Yeah.
Don't just blindly follow social media trends
Right.
or celebrity endorsements.
So resist the urge to jump on the Dogecoin bandwagon just because it's trending on Twitter.
Exactly. Dive into the white paper.
Yep.
Understand the technology, the team behind it, the use cases, and the potential risks. Knowledge is your most powerful tool.
Gotcha. So don't just buy the meme, understand the code.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about actual trading strategies? What advice would you give to someone who's maybe considering adding Dogecoin to their portfolio?
Well, just like with any investment,
Yeah.
you need a solid plan.
Okay.
Determine your investment goals, your risk tolerance, and never, ever invest more than you can afford to lose.
That's good advice for life in general, not just crypto.
Absolutely. It's also crucial to diversify.
Okay.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket,
Right.
especially in a market as volatile as crypto. Explore different assets, different projects, different sectors, spread that risk around.
So don't be a Doge maximalist, even if you believe in its potential.
Exactly.
It's wise to have a balanced portfolio.
For sure.
What else should people keep in mind as they kind of navigate this crazy crypto landscape?
Stay informed. The crypto world moves at lightning speed.
Yeah.
It
would
does.
agree.
New projects, technologies, and regulations are constantly emerging.
Right.
Keep learning, keep asking questions, and don't be afraid to challenge assumptions.
So in a nutshell, be informed, be strategic, and be prepared for the unexpected.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good motto for any crypto enthusiast.
Couldn't agree more.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. Everything from the technical analysis,
Right.
symmetrical triangle patterns,
Right.
the meme-driven nature of Dogecoin, the regulatory landscape. It's clear there's a lot more to consider than just this one analyst's prediction.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion.
Yeah?
The more you dig, the more you realize there's always something else to discover.
Okay, so after all of this, where do we stand? Is Dogecoin a solid investment or a risky gamble? To Doge or not to Doge? That is the question.
I think that's the beauty and the challenge of the crypto world.
Yeah.
There's no simple answer.
Right.
Dogecoin has certainly captured the hearts and minds of many.
For sure.
But its long-term success will depend on a complex interplay of factors.
It's like we've gathered all these puzzle pieces, but we're not quite sure how they all fit together yet to form the complete picture.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to approach crypto investments with a critical mindset, constantly question assumptions, and be aware of the inherent risks.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit and talk about risk management.
Okay.
I mean, we've touched upon it briefly, but what are some specific strategies that experienced crypto traders use to kind of protect themselves from those, unexpected storms we talked about?
Right. Well, one common strategy is setting stop-loss orders.
Okay.
So this automatically sells your holdings if the price drops below a certain level.
Okay.
So it limits your potential losses.
Another is dollar cost averaging, where you invest a fixed amount at regular intervals, regardless of the price.
Right.
This helps mitigate the risk of buying at a peak.
So it's like having a safety net in place.
Exactly.
And just like a disciplined approach to investing.
Right.
Rather than just emotionally reacting to price swings.
Exactly. And remember, diversification is your friend.
Yeah.
Don't put all your crypto eggs in one basket.
Right.
Explore different asset classes, different projects with different use cases, different blockchain technologies.
So spread the crypto love.
Yes.
But do it strategically.
Exactly. Well, another key aspect of risk management is understanding your own personal risk tolerance.
Okay.
How much volatility can you stomach?
Right.
What are your investment goals?
Yeah.
Are you in it for the short term or the long haul? Answering these questions will help guide your investment decisions.
So self-awareness is just as important as market awareness when it comes to, successful crypto investing. Couldn't agree more. And finally, never underestimate the power of continuous learning. The crypto space is constantly evolving. Stay curious. Read white papers. Follow industry news. And engage with the community.
Keep those crypto brains buzzing and those learning engines running.
Absolutely. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to navigate this exciting, challenging, and ever-evolving world of cryptocurrency.
Well, there you have it, folks. We took a deep dive into the world of Dogecoin price predictions.
Oh, we did.
Explored technical indicators, the meme-driven frenzy, fundamental factors, the importance of risk management. I hope you found this journey as informative and insightful as we have.
It's been a pleasure.
And remember, this is just the beginning of your crypto exploration. Keep learning, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep those Doge ears perked up for new adventures.
Absolutely.
Until next time, happy investing.